Hello, my dear friend. It is Anthony, your friend and spiritual companion on this journey we share. Before we go any further, I want you to join me. Deep, deliberate breath. Just breathe in and now, slowly, breathe out. I know precisely why you are here. All around us, the world is practically screaming with light, with the insistent sound of bells and carols that promise joy. We are bombarded with the words merry and bright, joy to the world, the most wonderful time of the year. But for you, for so many of us, those words don't land like feathers. They land like stones. They echo in a heart that is heavy, a heart weighed down by a profound and aching loss. I want to speak directly to that bruised and tender part of your heart today. The part that catches a glimpse of the Christmas tree and is ambushed by the memory of decorating it with them. Their laugh filling the room. The part that smells gingerbread or pine needles and is instantly, violently, transported back to a kitchen that is now unbearably quieter, achingly emptier. You feel the crushing, physical weight of that empty chair at the dinner table. It's a space so vast and so loud in its silence that can completely drown out all the laughter and music that dares to try and fill the room. That empty chair has become the loudest thing in your life. You put on a brave face, done to you. For the children, for the grandchildren, for everyone else. You go through the motions like a sleepwalker. You buy the gifts, you wrap them numbly. You attend the service, but inside, you feel like an actor in a play you never auditioned for, a script you never wanted to learn. Let me ask you this. Does that feeling of profound disconnection, of being a ghost at your own holiday feast, resonate deep in your bones? If the answer is yes, then what we are about to explore together will offer not a cure, but a compass. You see other families, whole and seemingly happy, and a question, a bitter, burning question, rises from the depths of your soul. Why them? Why not me? Why was my person, my love, taken away? Please hear me when I say this. Your feelings are not just valid. They are sacred. Your pain is excruciatingly real. It is not a sign of a weak faith or a failing spirit. It is the holy testament to the depth of your love. Grief, after all, is just love that has been left nowhere to go. And this season of supposed joy, has a uniquely cruel way of magnifying that home life, that cavernous loss until it feels utterly, completely unbearable. You feel a pressure, an unspoken expectation from the world, and sometimes even from your own church, to just get over it, to be happy, to focus on the joy of the season. But it is never that simple, is it? It feels like a profound betrayal to their memory to simply be joyful. It feels fundamentally dishonest. So you are trapped in this impossible, agonizing place, suspended between the warm ghosts of Christmases past and the cold, hard reality of Christmas present. I want you to know, I am right here in this space with you. We are going to walk through this together, not around it. You are not alone in this silent sorrow. So many of us are carrying this very same weight. Thank you for trusting me enough to be here. We will honor that trust, and we will find a path forward, one small step at a time, together. But it goes even deeper than just sadness, doesn't it? For many of us, this agony rips open a profound spiritual crisis. It is one thing to miss someone with every fiber of your being, but it is another thing entirely to feel abandoned by during the very season we celebrate his arrival among us. You might find yourself in a place where the phrase Merry Christmas feels like a vicious lie, a cruel joke being played at your expense. How can it be a Merry Christmas when your heart has been shattered into a million unrecognizable pieces? You have prayed, Oh, how you have prayed. You have pleaded with God. You have bargained with Him. Perhaps you have even screamed at Him in the suffocating quiet of your car, or in the dead of night when the world is asleep. You have begged for a sign, for a moment of comfort, for a sliver of peace, for just 1 second of relief from the aching sorrow. And the response you have received is silence. A deafening, echoing, terrifying silence that feels like ultimate confirmation of your worst fear that you are truly, irrevocably alone, that God is distant, unfeeling, or perhaps not there at all. I must be honest with you. I know this place intimately. I have sat in this exact silence myself. I have to confess, after losing someone so dear to me that I felt a part of my own soul had been physically ripped away, I thought my faith was a ruin. I remember one Christmas, forcing myself to go the midnight service. I was surrounded by families, their faces glowing, holding candles and singing Silent Night. I tried to sing, I opened my mouth, but the words were caught in my throat, choked by a knot of grief. All I could think was, Holy Night, there is nothing holy about this pain. All is not calm, all is certainly not bright. In that moment, watching all the happy faces, I felt a deep, searing anger. A resentment towards the easy, untested faith of everyone around me. Did they have any idea what real suffering felt like? God felt like a complete stranger. This, my friend, is a lonely and terrifying place to be. It is where faith is stripped down to its bare foundations, and we are forced to ask, do I still believe, even now? Even in this, the guilt that comes with these feelings is immense. We tell ourselves, I shouldn't feel this way. I should have more faith. I should trust in God's plan. We heap judgment upon our own grieving hearts, adding yet another layer of suffering to our already unbearable pain. We try to suppress the doubt and the anger, believing them to be sins. But I want to tell you something that may be hard to write out. God is not afraid of your anger. He is not offended by your questions. He is not scandalized by your doubt. He created your heart, and He knows its every single wound. Your raw honesty is not a barrier to Him. It is the only true starting point for real communion. He would rather have you yell at Him in complete honest than whisper empty, polite praises in pretense. The silence you are experiencing is not necessarily the absence of God. Often, it is an invitation to a deeper, more authentic relationship with Him. One that can withstand the fiercest storms of life and is not built on the shifting sands of circumstance and feeling. We have been taught a version of faith that often feels shallow. A fair-weather faith that works well when life is, but shatters the moment tragedy strikes. Today, we are going to look beyond that. Now, having sat together in that honest pain, having given voice to the silence and the doubt, let us pause. I want to ask a series of questions, and I want you to let them sink in. What if the pain you're feeling isn't the problem? What if the crushing weight is actually a signpost? What if the central truth you need this Christmas is hidden inside the very sorrow you're trying to escape? This is the twist, the moment we gently turn the kaleidoscope of our understanding to see a new, beautiful pattern emerge from the same broken pieces. You think Christmas is exclusively about happiness, perfect smiles, and flawless family gatherings? Dawn to you. You see the Christmas cards, the perfectly wrapped gifts, the flawless feast, and you believe that if your life doesn't match this curated picture, you are somehow failing at Christmas. No, that is not the truth. The brutal, beautiful, liberating truth is that the very first Christmas was the complete opposite of this. It was messy. It was scandalous. It was poor. And it was steeped in mortal threat and profound uncertainty. Listen closely to this. Jesus was born not into a palace, but in the tilth and straw of a stable, an animal trough for a bed. He was born not to a life of ease, but to a family who would soon become refugees, fleeing for their very lives from a paranoid king. His first visitors were not the clean and the righteous, but the lowly, outcast shepherds, the forgotten men on the fringes of society. God did not enter our world in a place of polished perfection. He entered our world in a place of utter vulnerability, of humility, of raw messiness. He chose to become one of us, not in our strength, but in our deepest weakness. Why is this so critically important for you, right now? Because it means that God is not a deity who is afraid of the dark, broken, and messy places in our lives. In fact, those are precisely the places he chooses to be born. The prophet Isaiah, speaking of the coming Messiah, said he was a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. Think about that. Jesus, the one whose birth we celebrate, is intimately, personally acquainted with your grief. He has wept. He has known loss. He has felt the sharp sting of abandonment. So, the great twist is this: the silence of God is not his absence. It is his solidarity. He is not shouting empty platitudes at you from a distance. He is sitting with you in the darkness, in the silence, sharing in your sorrow. Your tears are not invisible to him. The Bible tells us that he collects every one of our tears in a bottle. They are that precious to him. Your grief is not an interruption to the Christmas story. It is a profound entry point into its true meaning. The true meaning is not be happy. The true meaning is Emmanuel, which means God with us. Not just God with us when we are happy, but God with us when we are broken. God with us when we are weeping. God with us in the empty, silent room beside that empty chair. This changes everything. It means you do not have to pretend anymore. You do not have to fake a smile to get God's attention. You can come to the manger just as you are, with your shattered heart, your tear-stained face, and your questioning soul. And there you will find a Savior who is not surprised by your pain, but who understands it completely. Once we embrace this powerful, liberating truth that God meets us in our mess, not in our pretend perfection, we can begin to redefine what this Christmas season means for us. This is the path forward. The key is not to try and erase the pain or to pretend the loss did not happen. That would be a dishonor to your love. The key, my friend, is to transform this season from one of painful obligation into a season of sacred remembrance. Let's unlock this idea together. In the past, Christmas about celebration. Perhaps now, for a time, it needs to be about commemoration. It is about intentionally creating space to honor the person you have lost, to acknowledge the love that remains, and to gently, prayerfully, carry their memory with you through the season. So how do we actually do this? We can start by releasing the immense pressure to replicate the past. The Christmases you shared with your loved one were beautiful and unique. They are treasures. But this Christmas is different, and it is okay for it to be different. Trying to perfectly recreate past traditions without them can be an exercise in pure, exquisite pain. Instead, what if you created a new tradition? A tradition born out of love and remembrance. Con, chine bien. Ving, beni I'm talking directly to you and your family now. What if, on Christmas Eve, you lit a special candle, a memory candle, and as it burns, each person shares a favorite story or a quality they cherished about that person. This act does not erase the sadness, but it makes the sadness purposeful. It turns it into an act of love. It transforms that empty chair from a symbol, absence, into a seat of honor. What if you bought a special ornament for the Treach, year that represents them, creating a growing, visible memorial of their impact on your lives? Or maybe you could serve at a soup kitchen or donate to a cause they cared about, transforming your grief into an act of service that continues their legacy of kindness in the world. This is how we begin to integrate our grief rather than fighting it. We make it a part of the story. Your pain is so profound because your love was so profound. The pain is a testament to the value of the person you lost. In a way, to grieve deeply is to love deeply. When we reframe it this way, we can begin to see our sorrow not as an enemy to be defeated, but as a sacred companion on our journey. It reminds us of what truly matters. It strips away the commercialism and the frantic pace of the holidays and forces us back to the core of it all love. The love you shared, the love of family, and the overarching, unconditional love of a God who was willing to enter our broken world to be with us. This Christmas, I invite you to give yourself permission to be sad, permission to cry, permission to skip the party you do not have the energy for, and permission to create a new, quiet, more reflective way of marking this holy season. A season that honors both the beautiful memory of your loved one and the comforting presence of Emmanuel, God with us. So, we have acknowledged the deep pain, and we have reframed the meaning of this season. Now we arrive at the most crucial part. How do we actually talk to God in the midst of this? When our hearts are too heavy for eloquent words, and the traditional prayers feel like hollow echoes. You think prayer has to be polite. It doesn't. You think you need to have the right, spiritual, sounding words. You absolutely don't. You think God is somehow offended by your anger, your doubt, your messy, unfiltered heart. The incredible truth is He invites it. He craves your honesty above all else. The Bible gives us a powerful and often overlooked model for this. It is called the prayer of Lament. This is our way through. The Psalms are filled with laments. These are not neat and tidy prayers, they are raw, messy, honest cries from the heart. King David, a man after God's own heart, mastered the art of the lament. He shouted, he questioned, he complained, he poured out his soul to God without any filter. This is the kind of prayer God invites from us when we are hurting. A prayer of lament has a beautiful, healing structure. It is not just complaining, it is a journey that moves us from pain towards trust. I want to guide you through this structure now, and then we will pray one together. First, you address God. You call out to Him, "O Lord, my God." This simple act acknowledges His presence, even if you do not feel it. Second, you present your complaint. This is the part we often skip. You tell God exactly what is wrong with brutal honesty. Why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? My heart has turned to wax. It has melted within me. You do not sugarcoat it. You pour out the anger, the confusion. Third, you make your petition. You ask for what you need. Lord, do not be far from me. You are my strength. Come quickly to help me. This is an act of faith, believing that even if He is silent, He is still able to act. Fourth, and this is the vital turn, you state your trust. You recall God's character and His past faithfulness, even if it feels distant right now. Yet you are enthroned as the Holy One, in you our ancestors put their trust, they trusted, and you delivered them. You are reminding your own soul of what is true, even when your feelings scream otherwise. Finally, you end with a vow of praise. It might feel small, a tiny whisper of hope, but is a powerful declaration that your pain will not have the final word. I will declare your name to my people in the assembly. I will praise you. Now, let us pray a prayer of honest lament together. Find a quiet posture. Close your eyes if you are comfortable. And repeat these words in your heart, making them your own. O Lord, my God, my Father, I call out to you from this place of deep sorrow. My God, this Christmas hurts. My heart is broken. I see joy all around me, but all I feel is the ache of emptiness. The silence from heaven is deafening. Where are you? It feels like you have hidden your face from me. The traditions are hollow. The carols are painful. I am exhausted from pretending, from holding back the tears. I feel so utterly alone in this sea of celebration. Lord, I ask you, please come close. Let me feel your presence. Ease this crushing weight on my chest, if only for a moment. Grant me the strength to get through this day, this season. Help me to breathe again. And yet, I know that you are good. I remember the stories of your faithfulness. I remember that you sent your Son, Jesus, into a world of pain. You understand this sorrow. I choose, in this moment, to place my trust in your character, not in my feelings. You are my rock and my redeemer. Therefore, even with tears in my eyes, I will offer a sacrifice of praise. I will thank you for the love I was given, for the precious memories I hold. And I will trust that one day, you will wipe every tear from my eyes. Thank you for hearing my honest heart. In the name of Jesus, the man of sorrows, I pray, Amen. My friend, having prayed that honest prayer, let us take the final step of our journey together today. Let us lift our eyes from the immediate, overwhelming pain and gaze upon the vast horizon of God's promise. This is where we find the deep, unshakable hope that anchors our soul in the midst of the storm. We are living in the space between the manger and the empty tomb. Your grief right now feels tomb-sized. It is vast, dark, and it feels terrifyingly final. I understand that completely. But the message of Christmas is that the story does not end at the tomb. It begins at the manger, and a manger is a place of vulnerable, and yet world-changing hope. The hope that arrived in that manger was small, fragile, and seemingly insignificant to the mighty Roman Empire. It was a manger-sized hope, but that small hope grew. It walked the dusty roads of Galilee, it healed the sick, it comforted the mourning, and it ultimately conquered the tomb itself. This is the hope we cling to. It is the promise that death is not the end. The love you shared with your person has not been extinguished, it has merely changed form. The Bible gives us this glorious promise in 1 Thessalonians. We do not want you to be uninformed, brothers and sisters, about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind, who have no hope. Notice, it does not say do not grieve. It says do not grieve like those who have no hope. Our grief is different. It is a grief infused with the golden thread of resurrection hope. It is a sorrow that knows, with deep certainty, that there will be a reunion. There will be a day when, as Revelation promises, He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Now, I want you to imagine this. Close your eyes for just a moment. Picture that day. See the face of your loved one, not as they were in sickness or pain, but whole, vibrant, and radiant with joy. Feel their embrace, an embrace with no end. Hear their laughter, echoing in a place where goodbyes are a forgotten language. That is not a fairy tale. That is the bedrock of our faith. That is the destination you are moving toward. The empty chair is not a symbol of an ending, but a temporary space, a placeholder for the great reunion feast. This is the great awakening to the reality that our current suffering is temporary, but the glory that awaits is eternal. The light that shone in the darkness on that first Christmas morning is the same light that can penetrate the darkness of your grief today. It may not take away the pain completely, not yet, but it can coexist with the pain. It can be a pilot light of hope burning steadily in the cold room of your sorrow. Every tear you cry is a prayer for that final reunion. Every memory you cherish is a testament to a love that death cannot destroy. And every small step you take through this season is an act of defiant hope. A declaration that you believe in the power of the manger and the promise of the empty tomb. Your story is not over. The final chapter has not yet been written, and it will be a chapter of glorious, tearless joy. As we bring our time together to a close, my dear friend, let us gather all that we have discussed. We began by bravely looking into the face of our pain, acknowledging that empty chair, and the way Christmas can magnify our sorrow. We sat in the difficult questions and the feeling of God as silence. Then we made the pivotal twist. We discovered that God is not absent in our pain, but profoundly present, meeting us in the messiness of our grief, just as he entered the world in the messiness of a stable. We reframed this season, not as a time of forced celebration, but as a sacred opportunity for remembrance. We learned to pray a prayer of honest lament, pouring out our true hearts to a God who understands. And finally, we lifted our eyes to the Manger-Sized hope that promises a tomb, conquering future. So let me ask you one last question. Knowing that your honesty is welcomed by God and your grief is a sacred space, how might you approach the next 24 hours just a little bit differently? The path forward is not about suddenly becoming happy. It is about learning to live with a new kind of quiet, peace, a peace that comes from being honest, being gentle with yourself, and being anchored in hope. You have been given freedom from the tyranny of having to pretend. You can now walk with the quiet confidence that your grief is not a failure of faith, but a sacred space where you are meeting with Emmanuel, God with us. The greatest gift you can give yourself this Christmas is grace. The grace to feel what you feel. The grace to decline invitations that are too overwhelming. The grace to create new traditions that feel authentic to your heart now. And the grace to know that your healing is a journey, not a destination. You are building a new life around a space that will always be tender, and that is more than okay. You are carrying the beautiful light of your loved one, this memory, and now, you are also carrying the gentle light of Christ's hope within you. They are not in opposition, they burn together, illuminating your path forward. And so I leave you with this blessing. May the God of all comfort, who is intimately acquainted with your grief, wrap his loving arms around you this season. May you feel his presence in the quiet moments. May he give you strength when you feel weak, and peace when you feel overwhelmed. And may the small, manger-sized hope of Christmas burn brightly in your heart, reminding you of the glorious, tearless morning that awaits. You are loved, you are seen, you are not alone, and now, let's create a sacred space for us in the comments below. A space of remembrance. What is the name of the loved one you are carrying in your heart this Christmas? If you feel comfortable, please share their name below. There is no need for a long story unless you wish to share one. Just their name. It will be our digital memorial, a tapestry of love woven by all of us who understand. And I, Anthony, will personally read every single name, pray for you and your family. Let us hold each other in prayer. Thank you for being here. Live in peace and in the love of our Lord. Amen.